Hi everyone, I am David West, and this is the first installment of a new series that I'm going to be doing for the foreseeable future called Shelter in Place. The point of Shelter in Place is to show me doing anything but sheltering in place for the duration of Oregon's shelter in place or stay at home or whatever they're calling it mandate that Governor Kate Brown put out yesterday. So my initial plan for this series was to make videos of myself flagrantly violating the shelter-in-place edict. They're supposed to be giving you like a Class C misdemeanor. I think it's the lowest level of misdemeanor if you violate it, which I both wouldn't care about and I'm pretty sure I could beat in court anyway, because I don't understand how any of this is constitutional. But what I have discovered since they actually put out the shelter-in-place mandate, and I read the corresponding PDF document, press release thing that came out with it, is that I don't actually think I could violate it if I tried, because there are so many exceptions, it's basically unenforceable. I think the only way you could really violate it would be if you ran one of the businesses that are on the list of things that are explicitly shut down, which are things like bowling alleys, movie theaters, nail and hair salons, tanning salons, youth clubs. There's stuff like that they ordered immediately shut down. So if you ran one of those, you could be a real man and you could ignore. By the way, if you can't tell, it's snowing fairly hard outside while I'm driving. So if I keep my eyes mostly on the road instead of looking at you guys and giving you the better directional audio, forgive me, because this is definitely more dangerous than the coronavirus right now. Anyway, so yeah, unless you ran one of those businesses and you could really stick it to the man by ignoring them and just staying open, which I would have mad respect for, there's not a whole lot I can do. Most of the time when I'm leaving my house, I'm either going to church, which is canceled, or going to hang out with a couple friends or family members, which is on the exceptions list, or I am going hiking or mountain biking or something, which is on the exceptions list, as long as you can maintain a 6-foot distance from people, which how could you go hiking or mountain biking in rural Oregon and not be 6 feet away from people who aren't in your immediate family, who are on the exception list? Or I am going to do food deliveries, which is how I make a fair bit of money, and also on the exceptions list. That's actually, I think everyone recognizes that's a pretty important job right now. If you're concerned about people's social distancing, you probably want people delivering food to them. So today, what I am doing is I've left my house in Klamath Falls, and I'm heading an hour and a half over the hill here. That's why it's snowing. I'm in the mountains right now. To Medford, which is the town that I lived in for 15 years, from the time I was 11 to about the time I was 27 when I got married, and then eventually we moved over to where we live now, because we were getting priced out of Medford by Californians. So I'm heading over there to do a couple moving jobs over the next couple days for my good friend Travis Wolf, who you guys should see later in this video, and who you will no doubt recognize from our recent Buck the System episode that we did together about the communistic moving laws and price controls on the moving industry in Oregon. And of course, you'll also recognize him because he's been a recurring actor in a lot of my short films and stuff. So I'm going to go do a couple jobs for him. He periodically needs guys, and if he can schedule, if he can schedule me like 2 days in a row, I'll go over there and work for him in the morning. Moving pays fairly well when you factor in the tips. And then in the afternoon and evening and into pretty late in the night, I will do food deliveries. Because I make a lot more over there. It's a much bigger city, and especially with everything shut down right now, all the restaurants are shut down for dine-in. I make a lot more over there than I do in Klamath Falls, where I actually live. In Klamath Falls, I might make, on a weekday, $60 or $80. working all day. I mean, the hourly rate ends up being pretty good because that's probably only like 3 to 4 hours of work. Most of the time I'm just sitting at my house or doing other things, or working on other things in my house, like videos and whatnot. And then I run out as I get orders. But there's just not a real high volume of orders. Over here in Medford, I mean, man, I can make like 30, 35 bucks an hour during the rush hours for 4 hours straight. And I can make probably 20 bucks an hour all day long. So when I'm away from my family and I can just kind of hunker down and work all day, it's pretty menial, but I just drive around listening to podcasts and music, and I don't have to deal with like a boss or anything. I'm a contractor. I can turn down any job I want if I want to take a break and grab some food. So very easy, pretty good way to make money. I can, probably clear $300+ in a day over here between moving and doing that. So I'll go make a little bit of money. Should be fun. And it's always cool to hang out with Travis. We've known each other forever, basically, since we were like 12. Figure it's a great time to start this shelter-in-place show because, once again, moving is not on the list of jobs that is shut down. And I think the way it's working for that job is that I don't think it's on the essential jobs list, but I believe that basically any job that isn't explicitly shut down can stay open as long as you can maintain a 6-foot minimum distance, which, I mean, is pretty easy when you just have 2, maybe 3 guys moving a whole house. Although, if I'm being honest, we will definitely be 2-man carrying things and occasionally, handing things onto the truck to whoever's in the back of the truck loading stuff. So, who am I kidding? We're not going to be 6 feet apart. Here, I'll give you guys a little taste of what I'm driving through. I'm going about 40 miles an hour. I might be going a little bit faster if I wasn't behind 2 or 3 semi-trucks, one of which is hauling 2 trailers, but not too much faster. It's pretty cold this morning. It's like 28 degrees outside, so it can easily be pretty slick out here, even though I have good tires. So, yeah. Beautiful, though. Oh, shoot. Looks like we might actually have a car up here having some issues. Bummer. I'd stop and see if they were okay, but I got a job I got to get to, unfortunately. So I still got another probably 30 minutes or so until I get there, 35 minutes. Maybe a little bit more given how bad the weather actually is. I did not realize it was going to be like this when I left this morning. It was a beautiful, sunny, blue sky day yesterday. So it was my mistake for not checking the weather. But it's not too bad. We don't have to be to the moving job till 9:30, so I have plenty of time to actually get there and get in the truck with Travis. You can really tell that we are on the wet side of the mountain now. I live on the side of the mountain that's like high desert. And as you get over the top of the mountain, there definitely starts to be less precipitation. It's snowing quite a bit harder here. There's a fair bit more on the road, and it's pretty slushy. You can see all these trucks here are putting on chains. Honestly, guys, something I just thought of right now. Truckers, man, that's a way more dangerous job than being a cop. Most jobs that like keep society running, trucks, loggers, fishermen, agricultural stuff, farming and ranching, all the construction jobs, they're basically all more dangerous than being a cop is. They provide a whole lot more to society. And you know what? Especially in a time like this when there are food shortages, or, well, not shortages, but at least stuff being bought out and the supply chains are staying busy. Dude, let's appreciate those guys a little bit. These truck drivers who are driving, they are rightly so considered essential services, essential work, whatever they're calling it. But I made this point on Facebook the other night, and as long as your job is not inherently immoral, so obviously, I'm not talking about like being a drug dealer or a stripper or something here. Not that either of those jobs should be illegal, but they are immoral. As long as you're not doing something like that, if what you are doing puts food on your table, damn it, I say you're essential. It's essential to you, and I think it's bullshit that the government can tell you that your job is not essential and shut you down. Like, okay, yeah, right now they're shutting down like hair and nail salons. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, that's not, you're not going to die without that like you won't with food, but it's pretty essential to the people who run it. And I say this as someone who, if you can't tell, does not go to nail salons. And frankly, with them shut down, my wife can't either, which saves me money. So you'd think I'd be on the side of the shutdown, but I am not, because I am principled. And unlike a lot of people, I have a consistent worldview, which that's probably something I'll be talking about a lot in these videos, is the importance of a consistent worldview. I'll be talking about all sorts of things. I mean, I'm sure sometimes I'll just talk about pop culture or wherever I'm hiking at the moment in the video. So I don't know. It'll be fun. We'll see where the shelter-in-place series takes us. Oh man, guys, I'm so sorry. I was too slow getting my phone out and I just missed it. I was just driving past a field about 30 seconds ago, and there was a herd of elk out there. It's pretty cool. There was like 20 of them out there. I see them periodically when I drive through here, and a couple times I've had my camera, but I don't ever have quite enough of a zoom lens to really get a good picture of them. But this time they were like, I don't know, maybe 30 yards from me. They were right up by the fence in this field. It was awesome. Skinny Wimp! Travis and I are here in the Wimpmobile, driving out to a job, and I'm wondering, Travis, do you think that we're breaking the law, being less than 6 feet apart? we honestly might be. I almost think you're supposed to be 6 feet apart to be in business.
I know.
I don't know if that applies to only to customers or if it also applies to employees. I'd have to go look at it, but yeah, we're definitely not 6 feet apart right now.
Well, in the UK, you can't be more than no gatherings of 2 people or more, so I'm probably not far away from that.
Yeah, I know. It's, oh my gosh.
2 people.
Illegal in the UK. All the best things are illegal in the UK. There's like basically nothing good that isn't illegal in the UK. Guns, knives, even basically kitchen knives.
Yep.
Well, this is probably going to end up being a episode covering 2 days of me not sheltering in place instead of just one, because yesterday I ended up basically working like a 13 or 14 hour day for the moving company, and then immediately I basically missed my brother's birthday party by that time, so I went over to see him, give him a couple boxes of hollow points I'd bought him for his 9mm that he carries. He was pretty happy to get those. Eat some of the delicious dinner that that was left over that my sister-in-law had made for him for his birthday, and hang out for like an hour and a half or something and chat and catch up. Then ran out, had to go pick some stuff up, had to do a few things, and by the time I actually got to my mom's house, since I'm staying over here on this side of the mountain to deliver food and do stuff for a couple days and work for Travis, it was almost midnight, and so I basically just went to bed because I was getting up again this morning to do a move. Yeah, yesterday's move was crazy. It ended up being like someone who just had only halfway packed, which is really annoying. If you ever move, and especially if you hire a professional moving company, do yourself a favor and actually buy boxes. Don't be a cheapskate and try to save like $100 by using free boxes that people give you. Spend the money, you will save it, I promise you, in how much quicker it is for us to load stuff up. And don't just leave everything half packed. Pack everything up, because you really don't want to be paying us like $160 an hour to pack your stuff. And we'll save you a lot of money if you make sure it's packed and you just let us do the heavy lifting. Today was another one of those days. It wasn't nearly as long. It was like an 8-hour day, but just a long day. But anyway, well, we'll see if anything else interesting happens. But right now I'm just at Outback Steakhouse picking up some food for somebody. So, running deliveries, doing pretty good so far. Looks like I'm on track to be making 30 plus bucks an hour. This is only my first hour. I just started a little bit ago, but should be good. It cracks me up, like this whole ridiculous shelter in place thing. Like, there really are so many exceptions. I can legally get out and do stuff all the time. Hasn't changed my life at all, except I'm making a little bit more money now than I was before. And yeah, like you I can legally go grocery shopping, but I couldn't legally, I don't know, have 12 people hang out in a park, which is more likely to spread a virus, guys. It's so stupid. I have no idea what is going on right here. There are like a crap ton of tow trucks and stuff pulling into Walmart. Thought they were like emergency vehicles at first, but I don't know. These... What? For a second I thought it was emergency vehicles, so I was gonna drive by here real quick to see what it was since I gotta get over there anyway. And then I thought maybe it was like trucks, like delivery trucks, because that's kind of crazy now. Dude, no, it's like dozens of tow trucks. What? Dude, this is weird. This person needs to go, dude. Why are they sitting here? What the hell? These are weird days we're living in, guys. I have no idea what this is. What? Okay, day 3 now. I have found that working 14, 16 plus hours a day and then trying to edit stuff on your phone is not very, it's not a very effective way to get content. So maybe until I get back to Klamath Falls later today, I won't be making these quite daily. I'll just have my days all logged into them. But I found out that thing that I was seeing last night, that weird tow truck driver convention, I couldn't even find a news story about it, but I stayed down at my mom's house, and she said she saw a post on Facebook that it was a memorial service for a tow truck driver. So I don't know if he, just died of natural causes, or if something unrelated to tow truck driving, or if he died in the line of duty. And if he did die in the line of duty, then let's all take a second and remember that the service that he offered and the service that he died doing is much more useful and important than the service that police officers offer. The job of a tow truck driver is genuinely more useful and important, and often even heroic than just your kind of average day-to-day duties of a cop, who mostly just goes around abridging people's rights and harassing oftentimes innocent people in his quest to enforce laws that mostly shouldn't even exist. So I'm here now at Lithia Park in Ashland, and there's this sign here. It says park restrictions are in effect, trails and paths are open, social distancing is required of at least 6 feet apart. Except for hygiene stations, all other facilities and amenities are closed, and all park rules are in effect. This is by order of the governor until further notice. What does any of that even mean? Like, what amenities are closed? So the trails and stuff are open, so I can walk over here. Am I not allowed to go to the playground? Am I not allowed to take my kids here? Like, when are you generally in a public park hanging out less than 6 feet away from people anyway, who aren't in your immediate family? I'll go push my kids on a swing, but am I breaking the rules now because I'm walking through the playground? I don't know. They're not very clear. Like, all park rules are in effect, or are there a bunch more park rules? That doesn't... Oh, this whole thing is so silly. Like, let's see here. Ooh, I'm on the playground. What are you gonna do now, Kate Brown? Am I really, especially when no one's even coming out, am I really not allowed to come down here with my kids? Very silly. I mean, if I came down here with my kids, there'd be nobody here. It just rained, so even if there were these deadly viruses on the playground, I'm sure they've washed away now. So, I don't know. I think one of these videos I'll make in a couple days, I'll find out if this is actually violating anything, and if it is, I'll definitely be taking my kids to one of the parks over in Klamath where I live, and teaching them good old civil disobedience.